traders, I hope you're doing good. Have you wondered about prop firm rules? There are so many rules when it comes to trading with prop firms, like drawdown, daily drawdown, and then there is like copy trading, then there is like can you trade news, can you hold your trades over the weekend, and all that kind of stuff. But I think the most confusing part where it comes to the rules is about the drawdown. So many traders get burned out because they just don't understand how the drawdown works. So in this video, I want to explain the absolute drawdown and relative drawdown. And I know probably some of you will be wondering, what is those two drawdowns? I thought there's just a drawdown. Don't worry, I was just like you. If you don't understand, it's fine. That's why I'm here to explain and help you to understand the drawdowns better. But before I do so, it's early morning and I need some coffee. So I'm going to do some coffee magic in here. I'll try and appear a coffee mug in my hand. Can I do that? I don't think I'm so good at editing yet, but I'll try. 3, 2, 1, boom! Ta-da! I did it! All I needed was coffee, but trust me or not, this is a lot later because you go to the kitchen, make a cup of coffee, but then kids go like, Mom, can you do this for me? Mom, can you do that? Mom, can I have this? Can I have that? And it's like, I love them. I love them so much, but sometimes it's just too much. But anyhow, let's stick to the topic and let's talk about the drawdowns. So different drawdowns, relative and absolute drawdown. Okay. Okie dokie. Okay, so what is the difference between absolute drawdown and relative drawdown? I think the best way to look at them is to take a prop firm who offers absolute drawdown and take a prop firm who offers relative drawdown. Now lucky me, I trade with two prop firms and one of them has absolute drawdown and other prop firm has relative drawdown. Now, what do you think? Who it is? Because you know I trade with the The5ers and with my FOREX funds. So the The5ers offer absolute drawdown and my FOREX funds offers relative drawdown. Now what I want to go and tell is that I don't think it really affects, who's better now, because one company is offering absolute drawdown and then another one is offering relative drawdown. It's not going to be like, I don't think this is the factor that's going to tell you the prop firm is good or bad. But however, it is really important to understand how it works, because I'm telling you this, with my FOREX funds, when you have a relative drawdown, it is easier to lose your account due to the drawdown that you occur in a daily basis. So keep on listening and really take notes because it's really important to understand. So let's start with absolute drawdown. What does absolute drawdown mean? So if you have an account of 10k and your drawdown is 6%, because that's what the The5ers offer, so instant funding, 10k account, you have 6% drawdown, which means it's 600, correct? So what you do with those 600, when you have absolute drawdown, you cannot go lower on your account than those 600. So that's your drawdown. So your equity stop out, your balance stop out is going to be 9,400. So when your balance or equity goes lower than that, that's it, you're stopped out. So with the The5ers, we don't have any daily drawdowns, we just have an absolute drawdown. Now let me tell you how it also gives a benefit. So when you build your account, so now let's say you start with 10k, your drawdown is 6%, and when you make 2% profit, now your absolute drawdown is 8%. Does that make sense? Now moving forward, the more profit you make, the bigger drawdown gets. So that's really good thing about absolute drawdown, because you just grow your account and that way your drawdown grows. So you start to have 6% drawdown, and then because you're making profit, your drawdown goes to 7%, 8%, 9%, 10%, and so on. So with absolute drawdown, there's no need to have this worry that you will violate your daily limits, because with the The5ers, we only have absolute drawdown. So this is really easy to understand. However, with relative drawdown, it can get confusing, and I know many traders, including myself, that have almost lost or lost accounts just because of the relative drawdown. Okay, now let's try and dig into the relative drawdown. Like I said, it does take a time to understand, because especially when we are in the profit on account. So let's take the same account. So let's say 10k And with my Forex funds, you can have 12% drawdown if you are a trading evaluation account, because that's what I have with them. So 10K account, 12%. So that's 1,200 as your drawdown. Great news, you have big drawdown. Yay! However, we have daily drawdown, which is 5%. Actually, let me check. Is it 5% or 6%? It is 5%. So 5% drawdown on them. Okay, so now we know that our daily drawdown is 5%, and we calculate our all over drawdown from also balance or equity. So the confusing part is this: if you have 5% drawdown, daily drawdown, okay, and let's say your 10K account, you've been doing really good with your trading and you are 8% in the profit. You are doing absolutely amazing, 8% in profits. So that means you have 10,800 on your account. And what happens when you have open trades, you have, let's say, 3 trades open. So you have trade on EU, GU, and GJ. All of those trades are in the profit, and they make 6% profit. So those are your running trades, okay? Now what happens if those trades at some point go into break even or even the minus? If that profit that you had right there, 6% profit, now goes to break even, that means your daily drawdown is done. Although you're still in profit, but you have violated your daily drawdown. And I think this is really not that great for the swing traders, because as a swing trader, you can hold a lot of big positions in a big chunk of percentage of your account. And then because just price is moving up, down, and if it moves too much, too close to your starting point where you sold or bought, what happens is just you lose your profit. However, you can still be in a little bit of profit, but because you lost such a big chunk and it was more than 5% of profit, you actually violate your account. But if you have profit on your account sitting, then your daily drawdown increases as well. So let's say you start with 11K. Okay, so if your starting balance is 11K or equity on that day, then you also will have a little bit bigger daily drawdown, because it's going to be calculated not from 10K from initial balance of the account, but from 11K. So that's going to give you 5,050. 550, my math, oh my goodness. So anyhow, if you have 10K account, but you have 1K profit, so that gives your balance or equity now at 11K. And if you start with 11K on the day, then your daily drawdown is not going to be 500, but it's going to be 550. Make sense? Makes sense. I hope so. I really do. Because like for me, I was really like in a shock, because normally I would just knew that we calculate our, from the balance. So if I am in a profit, I assume that, like even if I lose my profit, that was 5K or let's say 6K, even if I go back to break even, it's not going to affect my drawdown because I have like 5% to lose, right? And 5% from 10 account is like 500. I can risk with those 500. So it doesn't matter if my trade was, in a big plus. I didn't lose anything really, realistically. I lost the profit, but I didn't lose it from the balance. Does that make sense? So, and I think this is the big failing part for the traders who wants to hold a big chunk of positions and let them run into a lot of profit before closing. So that's what I learned when I want to trade with relative drawdown, and when I have the daily drawdown limit, I need to make sure that my trades don't run into a lot of profit, because the markets, we don't know what's going to happen, or maybe the news will come out. You were, let's say, buying Euro USD and you have made 3% on the account, and suddenly you lose that trade and you go into 1 hour minus, so you lose 1%. So you had 3% profit, you lose another percent, so that means 4% already lost. And then you take another trade, you lose another trade, and then boom, your daily drawdown is reached. Although you only lost 2 trades, which was like minus 2R, minus 2%. However, because your trade was in the profit, now you have lost all that profit plus 2 other losing trades. That makes you lose your account, and it kind of sucks and it's terrible, but it is what it is, because they are giving you more drawdown, all over drawdown, which is 12%, which is great. But then we really, really need to keep in mind that this relative drawdown sometimes can be an enemy to a trader. So if you want to trade with MFF, you need to learn to take your profits and don't just keep them in there like an open positions. You need to take the profits all the time, because if you do have a lot of profits made, just make sure that it doesn't go lower than 5%. So, and yeah, that's the big lesson for me, because I did bite the bullet, and I know many traders who have done that as well. And it's like a shock, you know, because you're like, oh, but I was in the profit. How on earth, you know, I only lost two trades, only 2%. How on earth am I losing account? So yeah, be really, really careful when it comes to the relative drawdown. Okay, coffee is finished, and this was short and sweet, really, about the drawdowns. I'm not saying, you know, just because PROPFIRM has a relative drawdown, I'm not going to trade with them. No, don't get me wrong. It's not about that at all. I think the relative drawdown is still okay and we can trade with it. It's just we need to make sure that we really do understand how it works. So before you sign up with the PROPFIRM and you see relative drawdown, where you see that drawdown is calculated from your equity, from your starting equity of the day. So remember, if your profit is on account, if your account is in the profit, then make sure you calculate it accordingly. And if you do keep a lot of profit, just to close the trades, just even like take partials, and make sure that you protect your capital basically, and don't let the trades really retrace the break even. So just make sure that you really, really understand how it works. So like I said, just because company will have relative drawdown, it's not going to be for me, oh no, I'm not going to trade with them. No, I think it's just absolute drawdown makes more sense. It's like it's more relaxed. And also when I say more relaxed is because there's literally no daily drawdown. And that also can be another part that you can start to struggle with, because you have, with the 5ers, you have 6% drawdown, okay? You start to trade and you make 5% like profit. And then suddenly you get all emotional, or I don't know, the crazy things happen and you cannot control yourself, and then you start to lose one trade after another. So that means you can lose all the profit plus the drawdown almost like in a one day. And it's like there's no really that daily limit that can stop the trader. So I think maybe 5ers should put, if the trader wants, maybe they could give that option where you can choose, maybe, do you need a daily drawdown? If you do, then we can give you that. You know, your daily drawdown will be 3% and no more. Something like this. Obviously, I'm not saying they need to do it, because I know there will be traders, what, Anna, why do you need even more rules and all that kind of stuff? But I know how it is, like traders, especially a lot of new traders go for the prop firms. A lot of traders with big dreams, a lot of traders who want that money, and they go for it. And it's so easy to just flip the switch. Suddenly you're not anymore like this grounded trader who wants to just slowly build their account, scale accounts. Suddenly you're like in the need. I need that money, I need that account, I need to scale account, I need to finish this phase, need to reach that target. And you just start to overtrade and over risk. So maybe a daily limit could be a good option if you know that you are one of those traders who sometimes just, I don't know, second personality comes out to live and you are just like completely crazy trader, and well, more like gambler. And it's like, maybe it's good to have that daily limit. So enough my mumbling. I hope you enjoyed the video, and let me know what kind of topics you would like me to talk, because I know when it just is the same thing all over again, sitting in here and just kind of sitting down videos and talking to you. I just want to give you more experience, something that you would enjoy even better watching. I know, like a daily day in life, but at the same time, I'm trying to step out of my comfort zone, because I'm really comfortable just sitting in here and just chatting to you and just sharing my experience, my thoughts. But when it comes to like vlogging and filming my daily life, I just don't feel, I'm even now stressing out talking about it. It's just like something I still need to kind of open up, because I do think it would be beneficial to show, you know, how it is to be mum of 4 and also a trader, and also just on a top, you know, making videos, making content, trying to inspire people, replying to messages and emails and all that kind of stuff. And also on top, you know, keeping house clean and taking care of pets and all that kind of stuff. So I know it could be beneficial to see, but I think I just need a little bit more time till I I start to get out of my comfort zone because, you know, all the good things happen out of the comfort zone. So yeah, but I really hope now you understand what is the difference between relative and absolute drawdown, and just make sure when you sign up with the PROPFIRM, make sure you do understand the drawdown rules. And that's it. Take care, use proper risk management, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!